So I was deciding whether to, do some Lost Sector shit or do the new dungeon or yada yada yada. I think I'm gonna do the Lost Sector shit. Because I want a better Aether's Embrace. Because the one I've been using, which isn't this one, this is one I got recently, but the one I've been using before was like a 57 stat total. This one's better, it's 60, but not really what I was looking for. So yeah, we're just gonna, you know, do some Lost Sector shit. I will bring a couple weapons to mess around with, primarily arbalest, Galahorn, Whisper. I think I already have a couple. We have Galahorn equipped already. Yeah, arbalest, maybe some forerunner stuff. I don't think I have a solar disruption break auto rifle. I know a disruption break scout and stuff that are solar, but not an auto. Yeah.
Ever seen someone use a replacement?
Let's check the postmaster. Sure. Hopefully the sound isn't too loud because I have to mess around with some settings. Lamette's not gonna work. I can clean out a lot of this stuff because this I've already found like I like subsistence adagio actually on the wastelander, and I got it for the salt mag too and full chokes. It's actually real nice to shoot. Um, did I move? Where is Arbalest? It should be recent, right? Let's. Well, first let's check to see. I'm just trying to think off the top of my head where the hell that thing would be. This thing. Yeah, 4 times darn demo. Yeah, I would have remembered if I kept a solar disruption break auto. Yeah, I do have a lot of disruption break stuff, even like a vision with disruption break, but not an auto rifle apparently. So I guess we're just gonna stick to our. First of all, where the fuck is our this? Let me go put this. The Yeah, this is like I put free hand grip because I like to hit by this thing, but this is very nice. Is it the best roll? I don't fucking know, but it's the roll I like. Here I'll put away like I don't know, cold front. I don't really. It's an alright SMG. Let's see. That is the wrong search tab. That is the wrong application. I know, very interesting. Every time I do this, where is? I'm guessing it has to be on one of my characters. It's not on any of my characters. That's concerning. I wouldn't delete the herbalist. Maybe it's in the vault. Yeah, it's in the vault. I was just probably just too blind to see it. Probably should masterwork like my gear and stuff, but I'm very lazy. Apparently, I don't have a lot of enhancement cores. Anyways, standard stuff. It's solar. Oh, all right. Here, let me remember the one thing you always want to do is see what you got. I'm doing this one for the arms. Burn is solar. Shields are solar. Void modifiers are not hot knife, so I know that the void shield will be on the servitors, or if there even are any void shields. Because now I think about it, I'm pretty sure all the servitors become barrier servitors. So interesting. I don't know if there's going to be. I know there's going to be a solar shield on the heavy shank. I know that for a fact, but I don't know if there's actually going to be any void shields because I'm pretty sure the servitors will be barrier. But anyways, we're gonna try this is like the easiest one I can think of right now. Which is Galahorn. These are the mods I'm using. Uh, yeah, nothing too crazy. Like nothing you can't really get. You get this from seasonal farming, crap, focus farming. This you get 30th anniversary. I did all this shit solo. I did the dungeon solo. I've done the entire Galahorn quest solo and the Callus. It is not that difficult. This is from the Halloween event, but just any auto rifle is fine. I just like this one because 450 has good range and then has 4 times the charm to extend out the magazine. And elemental capacitor is really underrated. I love this perk a lot, especially when they buffed it too, because depending on what subclass you get a really good boost. And I usually play I play all kinds of subclasses, but for this instance, I'm playing solar, so I get to reload really fast. So even if I mess up some 4 times the charm chain, have to reload constantly. It's not gonna be that bad. Also, armor piercing rounds does actually deal increased damage to shields, so that's why I have it over alloy mag. I chose fluted just for the extra you know, handling. I don't really need more stability. It's a 450. They're pretty stable. And I'm on bottom tree gunslinger, so it's getting more stable. This is my bow. Try to get the lowest draw time possible. People say impulse amplifier doesn't do anything, and I call them. I don't know. Like I use bows a lot, and I've seen to notice a difference, especially at the more extreme range, which I know doesn't happen that often, but for me it makes enough of a difference. God damn, the audio's loud. Hold on. Close the mic here. Actually, I'm gonna go check OBS. I don't know. Maybe I'll be drowned out by the shooty stuff. We'll see. It's not really pay attention to the quality of my videos anyways. All the time of year where I actually switch my sparrow and ship. Anyways, let's see. I do have the champion mods on, so. Alright. Why does this sound so loud? I swear. Jesus Christ. I don't know. Maybe my ears are too sensitive. Let's talk about some random shit. Oh, bows. Oh, before I even talk about bows. Yeah, if you don't have the Dawning ship, you can buy it from Eva. Cause I know it needs to. Oh, I thought I Wormhouse gone for a second. But yeah, if you get the Starfire ship, if you have it and you don't know it yet, just check the Season 12 tab underneath the the ship section and the collections tab, and you can see if you have it. If you don't, I'm pretty sure you should buy it from Eva and the upgrades. What it does is that every time you get a Dawning ingredient, you have a chance to get essence. It's pretty like not 1-to-1, but it's pretty noticeable. So that's nice. Withering Heat is what I should do. That is what I should do. Yellowhorn just kind of blows up everything. As of tomorrow. I don't know. It sucks, because as of tomorrow was actually pretty cool until they like nerfed the damage on it and all this other shit. And it's like, but then again, I guess they knew Gallon was coming back, so they didn't want him stepping on his toes. Stepping on tomorrow's toes now. There's not really a reason to run out that gambit. If you want to be that guy. Real exotic that has no place. It's fucking true. Like literally, Tomorrow has like the same tracking and shoots multiple rockets in one volley. Gallahorn has proximity detonation too. Like I don't know why Troop is in this game anymore. Kind of sucks. So you're an over. Yeah, but bows. The reason why I like bows is that they're very efficient. You know, an auto rifle you have to like have to hold down and spray someone, yada yada yada. Bows very draw back and you shoot. And that's it. Also I hate this interaction between overloads and overloads and barrier servitors. I love that. I'm just gonna stun him so he doesn't annoy me for a bit while I figure out where the hell he is. Oh, he's like head glitching me. See if I can shoot him. I know that's not gonna kill him, but I should've. I keep forgetting to put on minor specs. I can like probably not one-shot these guys, not think about it, but it helps. You know? I guess the one thing about using overload bows, if you don't like to hear the constant dinging noise, that can be annoying. Can I one-shot? It is solar burn. I can. Which means, is Withering Heat really necessary? Probably not, but I'm not really running around, so Striking Light isn't doing me any favors either. Roam around for a bit. But yeah, bows are just like the shit. I don't like them. Oh, more stuff spawned. Interesting. Okay, like I have the resource, so I'm just gonna like burn this guy real quick. Get the chance to. Give it a shot when I can. A lot of heavy too. Another benefit of running double primary. Seems like heavy drops more often. Maybe it does, but it feels like it. No, that's all that really matters, right? Placebo effect and all that shit. keep tilting me. I have like a million rockets here. And he just blew him up. Since I have all the rockets in the world, I just shoot a... The reason I just shoot Gallahorn randomly is 1, proximity, and 2, pack rounds, like Catalyst will make the pack rounds stick more aggressively, so it's like, they're gonna die. Seems like Gallahorn's Shocker is really good here. Ah, xenophage, I'm gonna die here. That's what I forgot to do. That's what I wanted to test out. Back and get ammo, because why not? We're right here. Really wish I'd shoot the loot right now, because I go just shoot it. Also, I noticed that the arcing is a lot more generous when you have impulse amplifier, and it maxes out your reload too. So I don't know. I still like it as a perk. I think a rangefinder on a bow now gets completely invalidated though. Although you could argue, you know, more zoom, more range, but it's a bow, so it's, you know. Oh, there's an overload in here. I'm gonna do the golden gun now. I really hate arc now, especially with a lot of vandals, because holy shit, does it get annoying. I guess I hit someone's head. Nice. I get it right back. No, I can't. Only combustion kills would like count towards your super thing, so you get more than 130 per super. Would be pretty dope. Oh, there's a champion here from the back. Hello, champion. Seems like the Warthog rounds go for headshots too. I know they probably don't count, but what the hell are you doing? I don't want to. Yeah, because I knew my shields were gonna break. I don't want to commit. They still have to stand out and shoot the 2 gallons. You know? Also, yeah, peak shooting. Another thing why, you know, hand cannons are so meta because they're peak damage. Bows do that, and arguably better, especially if you have a fully drawn bow and you use oak peekers, so pretty good in Crucible as well. I know everyone uses them for that cheesy fucking quick access sling shit, but just on their own, they're pretty solid. And then in PvE too, again, I don't have to poke out as much. It's like a more efficient scout rifle. And I know, like, get the hold down, or get the, you know, click down, and whatever. Like, it kind of hurts the fingers, I guess. But I still like them. Bows are very efficient. It reminds me of why I used to use hand cannons back in Destiny 1. The exact same reason where I just shoot up something and it dies, like my runner just kind of dies. Hand cannons in PvE kind of suck. Like, I hadn't used one in a bit, but I was using a subsistence rampage one with like minor spec, and I still couldn't fucking kill dregs in like one, not dregs, but like the acolytes in like one shot. I'm like, dude, it's like times 2. This guy I've learned on Legend, if you just nuke him, he will still just summon champions anyway, so I think the play here is to deal with the champions, then shoot 1 rocket, see what his health gate's at, and then, you know, go from there. I do have my Nighthawk in the bank on, yeah, we can just send 1 down. Yeah, see, champion. Not a fan of these guys moving on me, I can just hit my shots. Why do I do scope every time? Don't know, it's just forced to habit. I notice a lot of other people do it too, but there are definitely times where I just hold it down, where I just go like this, but I don't know. Just forced to habit. Now I'm just gonna use this guy because he can teleport out of my rockets, and I don't have to deal with that shit. Set another one down his room. I do like the handling buff you get from whatchamacallit. Knock him down. Hopefully the rework subclasses doesn't become like a choose this or that. Yeah, no, like honestly, I will commend Bungie though. Like I know people, I find it kind of annoying, but design-wise it makes sense that they split up Change and Blow, Gunslinger's Trance. I know it's not Gunslinger's, just knock him down. But, you know, it's like same thing. Even though it's actually better the point is, back in D1, like you'd always run those 2 perks. Like you'd be hard pressed not to run those 2 perks. They just work so well together. I'm gonna set it down here. Rocket, 2. Could grab that unstable asset. Or not. Okay, that's a servitor. Actually, I mean, no, you get filter again. Doesn't matter. I don't know. I'll keep doing this until I get like a whatchamacallit? Athrys embrace. So we'll see if that's like right now or that's like in 3 hours. We never get it done. Who knows? You're still alive. Shouldn't be any more champions. I don't lose. Okay, we're good. 9 minutes. Yeah, the moonlots aren't like the hardest, dude. They just take so fucking nothing. Oh, I did solo flawless. Go figure, huh? Alright, so we've tested that Gallahorn works out well. I already know what the whisper thing is, and I can already tell you that it works, but you have to... It's a lot more effort, and nearly not as rewarding. Because again, you saw with Gallahorn, I can just go like this, and everything dies. Whisper, I don't have to set up, whispered breathing, but, it's still like, goddamn. Because for some reason, again, it takes 1.2 seconds. Just make it 0.5, like no distractions, please. Like I don't. Whisper already is handicapped enough with its slow fire rate and they're requiring you perfect precision to get all your shit. Just make it 0.5. Jesus Christ, like come on. So yeah, we're gonna try. I'm gonna grab xenophage next too. Let me move that Corsair's Wrath out the inventory. Where's my? I'm gonna do Whisper next because I know it's gonna piss me off. I'm not gonna switch up my subclass and stuff just to keep it consistent. Again, Whisper, like, my ideal version of Whisper in Destiny 2 now was like, I was thinking like this, if they're gonna nerf it, right? Like, the way I would have done it is just, you keep the original white nail, right? But just make it so Whisper only has like 3 shots, or like 3 shots and like 2 in reserve, so you have to find heavy ammo, you know what I mean? Or make it, 6, because the Whisper lives and dies on your ability to hit precision hits, right? If you don't hit your crits, then the perk doesn't proc and you're fucked, and you have to reload, and that's a lot of damage wasted, right? The reason why it's so meta in raids, or it used to be, was because every raid boss, has a big ass head hitbox and will just sit still and let you shoot at it. Huh? Big ass hitbox, sit still, no distractions. Oh, I know. Let me bring out the gun that gives me infinite ammo because as long as I hit precision, like you know what I mean? Like that's just a design thing, right? Like, why do you think Lament's so good for Atrax? Atrax is a raid boss where you can literally stand next to her and use a sword or a shotgun. She doesn't have a stomp. She doesn't like launch you like Taniks does, or like or even the raid, or even the dungeon boss. Like oh fuck, I forgot to switch. I'll just leave. But like it's like go figure, right? All it took was Bungie designing a raid differently, and Whisper no longer became meta. Because even like I'm telling you right now, even if Whisper had the original white nail perk, it still wouldn't be meta for Deepstone. Because again, the damage window is shorter, and it's prefer. And even though they have like bigger hitboxes, you're allowed to get closer. So now you're more rewarded with weapons that benefit from you being close. Like it's like go figure, right? It's almost like every boss that we had and every encounter we had up until the Whisper nerf was just like, oh, I can stand in the back and shoot at things for an hour. Kind of like how Icebreaker was on the cliff base for the Ishtar Archon Priest strike. If everyone remembers that when Icebreaker first came out, you just sit on the cliff and just shoot for days. Like it's almost like if Bungie designed the arenas different, then I don't know. Maybe weapons can't be used all the time. They're not as universally good. Who knew that design space actually contributed to weapons popularity? Sniper nerf. Sniper nerf. Oh, what do you mean everyone's using snipers? What? Why would everyone use snipers when we have boss stomp mechanics that will instantly kill you? What? No, that can't be right. Finders are good. I'm gonna put on Withering Heat. God damn it. I'm gonna keep on major spec because I have a feeling the overloads are gonna give me a problem. But yeah, like honestly, like I said, my ideal version was make Whisper breathing 0.5 seconds, give it only one mag or like one mag and two in or reserve, or if you want to be nice, give it like just 6 total. So you have to hit your like if you don't hit it, you're out of ammo and you're fucked. You know what I mean? Like make it and then buff the damage maybe a little bit more. So like you have to live and die by it. Like again, you can argue, well, what if they make a boss that has a stationary thing? Then I don't know. Maybe design a raid where you don't have a boss, it just sits there. Deep Stone kind of did that a little bit. You know, Atrax kind of makes you have to lose. Even Sanctified Mind, you know, you get short DPS when the Whisper isn't that good. Just saying. Also, please buff Darcy again. Darcy's still nowhere near as good as even with like Whisper. Whisper was bad, like in its current state, but Darcy was worse. And if you move it to an energy slot, then it'd be the death of Darcy, because Cloud Strike exists, and Cloud Strike is way more useful than Darcy. Better for ad clear, better for boss games. Just like Bungie, please. Just buff it. Make it worth the heavy slot. Oh shit. Did not think about that interaction happening. Definitely have to go for the barrier first now. Let me hit it with. Never mind. I would have missed the knife regardless. Ideally, I want to stun this guy and kill him. Actually, I want to stun him and kill everything else around him. That's the plan. Thank you. Cool. I think that's everything but the I'm actually waiting for him to reset so I can like actually hit his crit spot. I missed twice. I'm still so used to reload canceling being a thing in this game, man. The only benefit of reload canceling now is to proc Whisper breathing earlier. If you don't know what reload canceling is, normally you drop the mag and then I know a gun nuts gonna be like, that's actually not whatever. Point is, you've seen a full reload of Whisper, right? Or just any gun where you have to like, you know, like re-rack it or whatever the fuck it's called. With reload canceling, you just do this, cancel, and then your mag's full and you can shoot right after. They changed. I don't know if that was even a thing Destiny 1. Maybe it's like my mind playing tricks on me. What is this guy doing? But the benefit to doing that now is that even though you can't shoot if you have, again, no distractions or a perk that takes time to activate, you can have it activate. So then when when the game allows you to shoot because you finish the full reload animation, then you can, you know, full whatever. Hey, turn around. If you're wondering why I gave it up, like, you know, oh man, you should have just shot him there. I need to see his head. Also, they gave Whisper like triple tap. Don't know why I don't know why they just didn't say it was triple tap. Because literally, I mean, I guess technically not, because you know triple tap doesn't reload your weapon, but it's basically triple tap. Whisper has triple tap. I would have preferred triple double maybe, or you know, original white nail and just reduce. Whatever. I don't know what I'm talking about here. Damn. Did not see. Like, if I golden gun him, it's not gonna do shit. I need him. I need to see his face. Yeah, I can probably hit that if you just stay right there. Damn. Nah, see how he tucks his head down? I'm gonna have to hit him. I'm just gonna balls for wall this right now. Worth. I really do miss Whisper, the original white nail, because then you can use it as a mobbing weapon. You can chain like 3 headshots anywhere, and you know. I'm just saying, I know the ammo is bad and all, but I think if a gun requires like perfect accuracy or precision or whatever, I know there's a difference, but I don't know what it is. But you know what I mean. When it requires that much, I think it should have it. You can just reduce. I can't let go of that point because it's such a maybe not an obvious thing, but it's such like a nice alternative to just having like the way it is now. Let's see. Remember, that's with solar burn. So again, like I said, all the way back. Has it been a year or like 6 months ago when I did this lost lecture? Like, you know, in the description, I said like if Whisper's doing that damage normally, I'm completely fine with the way it is. Like, that's fine. The damage is way more than, you know what I mean? Like, it justifies the way it is, but just reloading the gun. Don't have a knife on me. It's like, oh, I don't know what the knife. Come on. That's not good. That's like a lot of vandals that just came running down for some reason. Damn, I can't see shit. I really hate these stupid shock rifles. How much crap is still here? Whatever. Thank you, Nemesis. I really don't like shooting. That's fine, let them do whatever. How is it? I really don't like certain crit spots, man. Okay. You see how I can't see shit? See how I cannot see shit? I love that modifier. I love that modifier so much. Just shoot him, bro. I know. Still, fair enough. There's like a ton of heavy ammo somewhere. I'll live without it though. Probably. Saying that, but again, I have Nighthawk for the delete button. Again, people say 100 aren't good in endgame PvE. I beg to differ. I think every class has strengths and weaknesses. And while you probably won't see people running Nighthawk, invisibility definitely is a very good strength that hunters have a monopoly on. So there's that. I'm just I'm gonna Nighthawk this guy because he has like friends. Oh, there's two of them. Perfect. Good thing I decided to, yeah. Imagine if I try to shut up Whisper right there. That would have been annoying. I will set up Whisper after all the things that will cause the flinch go away. Because another thing I hate about sniping PvE is flinch. Very annoying. I'm not saying there should be no flinch, but like, again, if you don't like a Whisper, it is very annoying. You have time. Like, you know, you don't have to panic shoot. Now you know that Whisper will kill in 3 shots with Whisper breathing proc, so I mean, now I know that. I don't even need to have what you call Withering Haze. Still one of my favorite mods. Like, it's just a nice debuff for I use a lot of stuff like hammers, golden gun, blade rush, stuff like that. I do use the occasional bottom tree and metal when Warlock. It's a great mod overall. Still think my favorite one's Sundering Glare DMT. That was very fun. That was a very fun season 13. Or Anti-Barrier Sniper. Remember when that was a thing? I remember. Look at that damage. There are no solar shields, by the way, so I could literally just not even use this. I don't know, like, they need to do a better job of updating the fucking description of these things. There's only one solar shield in here. So honestly, I could just come in here maybe running like a solar or whatever. You go figure, all the exotics I want to test are heavy solar weapons, so. But I'd keep that in mind. I'm not going to be here for 7 now. I'm definitely going to Nighthawk that Overlook. Yes. How many of these guys are there? I think that's an overload, yeah, like that's definitely an overload. Let's have a grenade. I normally use solar grenade, but for some reason that has the highest cooldown out of all the grenades. For some reason, solar grenades, I know they're good, but like, I thought storm grenades are just better in PvE. Trip mines have the lowest, and again, go figure, nothing I like is sacred. Now, Young Car's fine trying to catch on, because it has, you know, low uptime anyways, like, you know, the cooldowns are low for trip mines. Plus the fact that Young Omkar Spine has a really interesting interaction I've noticed since the beginning of this game with explosive knife. So the first knife hit, when you actually physically throw the knife, that how to explain? So one of the perks on Young Homekar Spawn is when you get solar ability damage. That could be whether your super, your grenade itself, or you know your melee. You get grenade energy back, like chunks of it. And on 6 shot, like the actual golden gun, you can take 2 shots to get your grenade. So you can do 2 shots, throw grenade, 2 shots, throw grenade, right? Because the grenade explosion itself would count. Where are all these? It feels like they're never ending, I swear. Oh hey. But yeah. So the thing that I like to do was, or not like to do, but the thing that I noticed is that when you throw the explosive knife at a target, like the first knife hit would give you a chunk, and then the explosion for some reason I think counts like 2 hits or something. Like so it's like a triple hit. The knife does like a triple hit, and you basically get your grenade back instantly. It's really good on a top straight golden gun. But hey, you know, Arbalest gonna use it. Oh well. Can't wait to see how they're gonna nerf that. And yes, I am very cynical. The only reason I don't like using stuff that I like is because I know they're gonna overuse it and get nerfed. How it always is. Hopefully the forerunner side of it gets nerfed, because I really like. I haven't played PvP at all, but I really like that side of it. It's very fun. 97, not bad, not bad. I don't have a lot of AoE clearing here, so this is gonna be kind of painful. I did a lot of whisper shots flying around though, so if I really wanted to, I could just kind of waste it on these guys. But then again, you know, I love, you know, shanks without crit spots too. My favorite thing about Bungie, you know, I love it. I love it. You have a unit like the shank, right? It's supposed to be a simple trash fodder enemy. That's why it doesn't have any crit spots, right? And I can understand making a yellow bar, but when you make it like a major or like an ultra, even the heavy shanks have a crit spot. But what pissed me off about the dungeon, the last room, is that that shank does not have a crit spot. It is a normal shank that has a shit ton of health. And I know, like, I lament him because the lament track is actually pretty damn crazy. But it's like, dude, like, normally it's like, what the fuck is this? At least, if you're gonna do that, make it a heavy shank so I at least crit the fuck, you know? Thank you, Mulligan, you actually procced. Also, I think Mulligan's a nice perk on this gun. And it doesn't proc that often, but when it does, it feels kind of nice. Like, damn, thanks, game. Or thanks, yeah, thanks, game, you saved me. The real question is, how am I gonna put this? Oh, you gonna put your bear from that? I think it was just staggered. It's easier to put bear from that. I don't even know what I was doing there. Okay, I got golden gun. I'm gonna wait for him to do the thing again, and then, or I'll see if I can try to hit him with whisper. That stagger helped out a lot. There was heavy by him too as well. Definitely slower here by a lot. The Nightmare Essence buff is nice, but again, these guys just tank so much damage. Like, people just die already. Well, I get 3 shots. It's actually pretty fitting. Ready? What? I know he's gonna start coming over my way at some point. The next health gate. Yeah, it's my way. Didn't that shit on the spawn? Guess not. Go away. I did not follow through. Oh, these motherfuckers. Still the most satisfying thing about knife juggler. That's why I always picked it in Destiny 1, is just being able to chain knives in bottom tree. Like the buff to weighted knife, like existing, was like the coolest. Oh wow, I just did. That's like the coolest thing ever, dude. Because like that, the feeling of it, the wind up, and then boom when you hit it. Damn, and Aether's Embrace makes it really easy to consistently chain it. So. Damn. Got killed by a drag. Oh no. As long as I don't die within, you know, after the next 30 seconds, we should be solid. Where the fuck am I? Why am I all the way back here? No idea. Because Bungie has great spawn points. had 6 shots. That should definitely be enough to, because I already have the nuke on the golden gun from the champion. I just finished him off. Get rid of these. Turn around for me, please. Thank you. Oh yeah, they said they made it really obvious when you whatever. I'm gonna do this because I'm getting sniped at by the whatever. The vandal snipers, and I do not want to get fucking. I don't want to take the time to line up shots and deal with those guys. So. See, if that was normal, I would have gotten my entire magazine back. Why is it still red? Is it because these guys are here? I just want that should be everyone, right? Hold on. Just auto rifle action in here, right? Don't feel like killing you because you can kill me, so. Yeah, Whisper takes long. Whisper takes longer, but hey, it's doable. Let's go see the roll on that baby. I was not expecting to get it so soon because it's like what, a 1 out of 10 chance or 1 out of 9? Let's see. Collection exotics. I have every exotic in the game except for 1,000 voices. So there's my flex for today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 1 out of 10 chance. Probably should have wore an armor mod, but I'm really dumb. So we'll just have to leave it up to RNG. Ideally, I'd want to have a high mobility, high recovery roll because, again, the beautiful thing about a hunter is the gambler's dodge is basically your melee stat. And I know, like, there's sometimes where you fuck up your dodge and you can't get it back, but still, like, what's the cooldown right now? What tier am I? I know it's not with my Aether's Embracing equipped, but like, yeah, like that's like what, 2 minutes? Yeah, that's literally what. Why isn't that on the cooldown? Fantastic. What? It's like 18 seconds now for Gambler's Dodge, so I can get off like just 4. Just off the top of my head, at least 4 dodges by the time, like, it's almost time for me to get back my throwing knife, right? So the way I see it is that my strength stat really doesn't matter. I know in the cases of you need it just for some extra range damage or something, because you can't. There's no one near you to dodge. I can understand that, but even then, I usually run outreach. When you dodge, you get your melee back. So like, for me, melee or strength does not matter at all on Hunter for my preference, and usually it's my lowest stat. Again, I prefer Hunter mobility at all times, just because I'm used to it. Helps out jumping puzzles, feels nice too, just in general. Of course, high recovery, high discipline. Like the stats I care about are high mobility, high recovery, high discipline, and pretty good resilience. I know it's like, oh, resilience doesn't matter. Kind of does matter more now on bubble and well, but I don't know. I don't like the idea of like running like two or three resilience. It just seems like too low in my opinion. And eventually, who knows? Maybe Bungie will start making it matter more. So nice to have my armor like at least have my resilience somewhat, like not high but decent. Okay, that's not bad. Definitely better than the one I have here. Hold on. And it's more recovery, less mobility. I can take him out for a spin, yeah. Here. Oh, another really cool thing Bungie did, like I said it like, oh, I can't believe they did this, like, it's like, oh, it's easier now to buy, whatever, but in hindsight, it's actually pretty nice. So now you can preview, ornaments for like armors and weapons now if you don't have them, but on armor specifically, now you can actually tell how they take shaders, which is really cool. I wish they'd do that for other like ornaments, but it is what it is. Take this. That puts me down a tier because it's not as high. Interesting. Recovery's a lot better though. I mean, if I wanted to, I could. This is a waste though. Like, you know what I mean? Like going for tier whatever. And then I'd have to find something else. So maybe it is better to have higher mobility. Like, even though this is what, like 2 points less, it actually might be better in the long run. Because again, I could just run this. Sometimes like high stat rolls don't mean a lot to me, because like again, if I have to like move around too much in my build, it's like not worth it. So you know, like have this. Let's see. I basically lose out on a. I hate how half tiers are not a thing. It actually pisses me off. Like why aren't half tiers a thing? This might as well be like 60 and 50. But I can either max out my mobility. I don't have to have 100. If you're using a lightweight weapon, it's 100 anyway, so you can argue that. But I don't always have my lightweight weapon out. So I could do that or this. This have 90 right here. And then go from there. I think we'll do like that, yeah. Have 90. Overload bow. Let's try xenophage next. Let's try xenophage and then we'll move into arbalest. I don't have to use this overload bow or this imperial needle exactly, but there's not another bow that I have that I'd probably use. Like I have a Archer's Temple, Rampage, Tyranny of Heaven, but that's a raid weapon, and even though you can get it from the chest, you know, like I understand people don't feel like doing it. You know, it's more like me rambling. But if anyone looks to these guides for any advice, you know, God help you. But you know, I'd like to at least show that hey, you know, the gear that you can get it's doable gear that's easily available. Xenophage you can solo easily. Well, I say easily, but I know to get the solo the dungeon, and I'm used to shit like that, you know, because I'm a weirdo. Where's the Gambit Jade? I like this. You know, funnily enough, this really doesn't work out that well in this. I feel like it makes it too blocky. Because if I try to go for Descendant Vex Chrome, it's all rusted. Like it's way too like this is not it, but see how rusted it makes it. Like Descendant Vex Chrome works at like it's on the chest piece. It's on every part of this thing except for the helmet. But like on things that are super metallic, it is not good. At least not for the aesthetic I'm going for. So we'll try a weighted knife. Probably should be using a pulse rifle then or something to proc it easier. But yeah, we'll try this out. I can also use a different helmet. Like I don't have to. This has less mobility, but you know what I mean. Like I don't have to use that helmet. Xenophage. I'm gonna guess it's bad because they nerfed the fire rate for some reason. Reasons, I guess. Because oh, Xenophage can't be good at boss damage. What? I really hate how Bungie's like, oh, if this doesn't fall within our design rule, must break it. Oh my god, like I can understand that for certain things that they become overpowered, like oh, it's breaking the because it literally does everything. It's too good. It does all this good damage, but it's like in the case of Xenophage, where just it does decent damage. It's one of those things where if you didn't have Anarchy Double Slugs or like a super meta Threaded Needle or whatever, it's just a solid pick. You know, it's something everyone can get their hands on. You don't have to aim for crits. It's just nice, relaxed, does decent. You know, good DPS. Just shoot them like Rutanix. Doesn't do super crazy damage. Just shoot them, and that's it. But no, fuck that. Does everyone remember when they reintroduced LMGs and Black Armory and they were actually good, or when Thunderlord came back and it was actually good for damage on bosses, but then they got nerfed by 25% for some reason because God forbid an exotic heavy that is clearly meant for ad clear can be used for boss damage as well. God forbid. You know, when my exotic heavy that's dedicated for ad clear, when I can use any other heavy LMG that could do the same thing, but whatever, you know, what do I know? What do I know about anything? It's not like I play the game. Alright. Let's get back to it. Apparently they fixed the scavenger's dead exploit or something where you could skip like half the lost sector. So that means that's coming back up. I'm guessing when Witch Queen comes out. Because that lost sector was always buggy and then it got disabled and then they never re-enabled it. Or I think they did, but like near the end of that season. That's interesting. I got this Sparrow back when I used to care about playing the events in this game. I am annoyed a lot of the events in a lot of games I've played, not just Destiny, are just like say cash grab, obviously. I'm not retarded, you know. You want to make money off the stuff, but it's like the main attraction is the skins outside of the event, like the new ornament set for experts. It's nice it's available for Brightness. It's like, oh man, that's all anyone's talking about. It's like, look at this cool armor set. It's like, well, if you don't have Brightness, then I guess it's time to pay money for it, right? I hope I made sure I had everything on right. Yeah, double finders, scavenger. I still find it funny. It's like, why would you guys want to? Let's make scavengers more expensive, guys. Like, I guess it fixes the crucible problem, but it also messes my builds in PvE. Because why would I run a holster? Like, more ammo is always good. Like, and the holster rate would have to be some like reconstruction for me to even consider running one, let alone multiple mods. You know, it's like, come on, Bungie. Like. That's one of those things where, like, I feel like that's one of those things where you just gotta know, if, like, you know, if you play the game, or just like some logic, just thinking out the logic. Oh, I have a super liquidity thing. I'm gonna wait. I feel like I'm gonna die soon. Damn it! Oh, that's bad. Oh yeah, that's bad. Yeah, like the previous xenophage, even though it did quote-unquote less damage, it would have definitely killed him in that time frame. That is horrible. Speaking of horrible. Why did he just... I've noticed that too, like the enemy health bars have been like rebound. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, especially with champions. That is painful. I think Whisper is actually better, even though it requires precision. You just kill faster. You missed my head, man. Where the hell did you go? I wonder if I should do my grenade first and then throw my knife to like apply withering. I don't know if it's like unstoppable, where like they have the damage reduction, like the debuff doesn't apply immediately. So we'll see in the next one. Yeah, it's I think I did like 112,000 or whatever. 112. Yeah, 112,000. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the number. And I did like 87,000. So it's one of those things where you definitely want to proc Withering Heat first, then hit him with the knife. And then Aether's Embrace is actually really underrated. It's a very fun exotic. With 1-2 punch, it does like comparable to Nighthawk damage. Really, it's crazy. And the second battle, it's Crucible is a guaranteed kill because they have like dump tracking. So that's another thing. That other slept on exotic, even though people think, oh, it's just a gimmick. It's a pretty damn effective gimmick with a pulse rifle. I think I said too much. Anyways. That'd be nice. I'll just hit it. Like, yeah, see, 87,000. Definitely difference. Like, this is more of a showcase of how good fucking Aether's Embrace is than Xenophage. I mean, of course, this thing is a solar burn on, but it still does really damn good damage without solar burn. Fuck you guys, not interested. Also, I realized that Nighthawk isn't necessary in here. Not that I realized, but I knew that. It's just it's just a one-shot, one thing. Golden Gun, to hit like at least I think 2 shots that have to be crit for it to be a kill or something. Like, that's kind of annoying. So I don't want to. I thought I was gonna like super magnetize that. Yeah, I'll show you. Yeah, it's still a 3-shot, but I mean that's like whatever. It's more of a 2-shot, and then you can shoot wherever else you want. I'm not really showing off Xenophage here. It's like my body's trying to not make me shoot this gun. easy to practice with a pulse rifle because like you hit a burst of like 4 or 5. Boom, you got it. I will use xenophage even though I can set up the way to throwing knife shenanigans. I will use xenophage here for one of them. Can't do shit. See 113, like that's. Oof. What are you gonna do? That's pitiful. With overloads, you have to make sure they're overloaded. Just stunning them isn't enough, so they don't regen their health. Hopefully get the AoE to clear, maybe? I mean, it's probably good for stuff that doesn't have like that shank that doesn't have a crit spot. Like, I'm sure it's fine for something like that. Yeah, I'd rather just use this. What's another thing we can test out here? Oh, arbalest. So we're gonna do arbalest because I'm pretty sure disruption break on arbalest like benefits itself. Don't know why I stunned him there. I could hit him with Xeno. I keep again, like I'm just like actively blotting out xenophage from my inventory. Like, I could have just shot him with xenophage, or I could just do this and like nuke him. Like I could do that. There should be plenty of xenophage shots available, so I don't have to be like as confident here. Damn, I still got that off. Yeah, normally does what? Almost 30,000. Might die here. Oh, they finally made projectile, 100 dodge break projectile tracking again. That was my only issue with the nerf with the crucible thing. I'm like, damn, that's gonna suck in PvE. Oh, also my golden gun thing, my 3 hits there will also proc with. It's anything that's like rapid precision. Okay. See, a heavy shank is gonna get some xenophage shots. I just got comboed right there by like a sniper shank or is it? I think they're called wire shanks, right, or whatever, and fucking other vandal using wire rifles. So there's that. Dust ends the streak. Oh, he wasn't using a shock rifle. I guess maybe there's 2 of them. I don't know. All I know is I can just do that and have all the ammo in the world. Still hate how bow interaction is kind of ass, but I don't get why all interaction is ass. But then again, it's like, oh, well then everyone will be jumping means. It's fair. It's fine. Okay, I'm gonna actually purposely just like wait a lot of shit. I don't like. I have an abundance of ammo. I'm saying, God, that is painfully small. I guess I can go for this dude over here. Let's get some other heat on his ass. The damage numbers, there we go. Got it. Yeah, I was normally doing what, 22 or 20 something? Got strength and throwing knife. Speaking of my abundance of xenophage ammo, where the fuck is it? Or have I been running over the bricks to my shot? No. That's a nightmare. I think this is all my xenophage ammo. Please don't. It bounced twice, there you go. It is cool. Another weird, interesting interaction with this and Thermoclastic Strikes is that you can actually cover both champions but not in the way you think. It's not if you throw a knife and overload, it'll stun him and he'll stun unstoppable in the same way. The way it works is if you throw a normal weighted knife, it will stun and overload, and then once you get the weighted enhanced weighted knife thing proc, then it can stun and unstoppable. So it's not as good as you think, but it is a thing you can keep in mind. I wouldn't rely on it though, at all. I think more of it's just like, oh, like I have an unstoppable weapon, I have to reload, oh shit, boom. You know? Let's see. I want a Nighthawk. Oh, I knew it. That's fine. He's gonna be stunned, and then he won't put up his barrier again until he sees me. So I have time. Oh, that's awfully convenient. Actually, he's faster than Whisper. Oh no, actually no. That's because I was using weighted knife damage. This was not solely xenophage. Maybe it's not as ass as I'm making out to feel, but it just doesn't feel good. It feels so goddamn slow. Not the worst. Alright. What am I getting straight? Is xenophage still technically hitting ahead, even though it's not giving me the crit numbers for it? Because I'm not hitting. What exactly? I do like the visuals of your armor like perking up. Clouds coming out. Pretty cool. That didn't kill me. What? Alright, that's xenophage. Not the worst, but it's just it's a 90 RPM. It used to be 120, man. That just blows. But whatever. Gold Keeper. Underrated exotic for Crucible use. Not really that useful in PvE. I think it's still arguable in Monarch for general mobbing, but still. Alright. Here, I'll use this Code Duello instead of this Heads and Engines. I love Overflow Demolitionist on a rocket, by the way. Very fun. Put on this. So, the advantage of having an intrinsic anti-whatever champion, right, or overload whatever, a weapon that has intrinsic anti-whatever properties is the fact that it frees up a slot on your arm piece for whatever, if you want fastball or whatever. In my case, it really doesn't matter. I'm not going to use fastball. I'm too used to the throw radius anyways, but and it allows you to cover all three elements. Like, for instance, I can run Overload Bow and Unstoppable Fusion. Now I cover all three champions, because there are some activities where all three exist, like there's Returnity. You want to be super prepared, but like for a solo player like me. But and again, it's like overkill. You don't really need it. That's part of the reason why I like Leviathan's Breath so much. If I was really cool and smart, I probably would have a my Corsair's Rapier to have 2 linear fusions to increase the chance of it spawning. Whatever. I don't really care for the rocket ammo here. It's more of a showcasing what the hell arbalest can do. And I'm curious to see if Disruption Break buffs itself, because I have the Catalyst, which gives it some handling, a magazine, and Genesis, so it reloads, because it's not an energy weapon, so I won't get it for free, but it will reload the weapon, which is actually a very thoughtful Catalyst. Yeah, but Disruption Break is a 50% damage buff when you break the shield, so. It was actually pretty good for 0 hour. By the way, Bungie, are those missions ever coming back? Like, Jesus Christ. Is the Catalyst for Whisper ever coming back? Or for Outbreak, you know? I feel bad for the people who don't have it. It makes a difference in Outbreak's case, and in Whisper's case, I guess, but they're fine on their own, but still, it's like, dude, come on. I guess my next little ramble will be through the fucking, the new dungeon, because honestly, it's not bad. I found it a little bit tedious, because you have to collect 60 things for the boss damage phase. God, it's not bad. I miss Hush, by the way. I used to, it was so hard to unlearn hip firing every bow I used because of Hush. I know this one. God damn it. I was gonna use arbalest on him, the opposite of Hush. But I have more of a rocket though. Why am I missing? Bad today. Here, let me. I bet not use Withering Heat on this Bear champion when he pops in. Because I want to see the damage change. 31. 31. Does not actually benefit off disruption break. That can't be right. Maybe it's bugged, maybe it's intentional. That kind of blows. I know disruption breaks more, but you can use it for your team as well, not just you, but maybe I'll give it time to, like, you know what I mean? Although it's a nice alternative now. Now, you know, in like for Proving Grounds, kinda sucks that Forerunner and Arbalest Catalyst came out after when I was like actively doing that Nightfall. But like, dude, do that shit with Antivirus on fucking even my that was pain. That tank room was already pain, but god damn, that shit sucks. But now I can use Forerunner, and I can also use Arbalest as an alternative to Arianas, which is nice. And I still think Arianas is a pretty good place because it's solar, and the other two are kinetic, and you know, one has intrinsic anti-barrier, and it's the heavy metal. Although I am surprised that Forerunner doesn't come with intrinsic unstoppable rounds, because you know it's like an oversized whatever. But then again, Devil's Rune has intrinsic unstoppable, so I might step on its toes. I've noticed like the anti-barrier weapons that have it intrinsically try not to step on the toes of another one, kind of. Even though all five of the rest are stuck to the unstoppable bow. It is what it is. It's not a satisfying sound. I will do a few things. I'm just gonna munch it all. One shot break 42,000. Oh no, it does work. Yeah, I guess it just needs a second to proc or something, or the game to understand. Okay, no, this anti-barrier works. So yeah, that's cool. What was that? Was it 42 or something? Well, half of 30, let's say half of 30, 15, so 15 plus 31 is what, like, 46? Yeah. Did it do 46? At least 46? Because that's a 50%. We'll see. Yeah, it did like 47 actually, yeah. So the math's right. It's running now. Hold on, let me go. Oh, I was like bouncing in, damn it. This was a 1-2 punch shot. It's disgusting, by the way. It literally does golden gun damage. Maybe not Nighthawk damage, but it does 100,000. It's like the third shot of golden gun. And this Nightball solar burst, so it's pretty damn strong. Let's apply some Withering Fist. Can't see shit. 61. That's Withering Heat, 30%. Actually, really good anti-barrier weapon. The fact that it breaks instantly on master level, pretty damn good. Because I think Ariana's might take 1 to 2 shots, depending if it's not solo burn or not. So. I'm not using my heavy at all, so might as well use it here. Should be enough time out for it. I actually don't. I do now. She should stop regenerating because I hit him below. But overloads are just finicky. I'll just 62. forerunner, I guess. It won't help me if any of the anti-barrier stuff. Which means I'm going to have to run either an anti-barrier heavy weapon or an overload heavy weapon, which is not advised for either. Because overload sword is dumb because it's not instantly proc. Like if overload sword was instant, like it was already proc, like out the gate, you need 3 swings. It'd be better. The only overload champions you can really get away with are the hobgoblins and the minotaurs, because hobgoblins just kind of stay still and the minotaurs will actively chase you down. The captains like to run away a lot, so try to run after them and swing your sword and proc it. It's not gonna work in a nice way. Like it's not gonna work. But whatever. What do I know? So I'm trying to think. It's either I run Lament with my overload bow, which means doable, but it's really scuffed, or I run an anti-barrier auto, like maybe disruption break, like my shadow price, and then run an overload sword, which I know, or just run thermoplastic strike, and just basically pray to the heavens that I get my knife back in time. I mean, those are the options here. Don't really know. Oh hey. You know, it is what it is. So yeah, I'll try to like maybe finesse. These are the bonuses I'm getting Dawning Essence regardless, so I should probably be using this one. But whatever. I'll use it later. Oh, let's see how it does against an actual shielded bully. It's actually pretty good in 0 hours with breaks and shields. Look at about, I think, 2 shots. Okay, I did damage. What you got? Ooh, a 1-shot. I know it's on a red bar, but still, pretty impressive. Pretty slept on exotic. Maybe not so much now because anti-barrier, but I'll definitely. This is one of those ones where I'll probably keep around my arsenal because it's always going to be relevant, even after the season artifact switches. Even if there's an anti-barrier scout, I actually will probably consider using this. What I'm not looking forward to, and I have a fear, speaking of anti-barrier shit, is that if they do bring back 0 hour and they bring back the heroic version, I guarantee they're gonna add fucking champions in there for, you know, fuck you reasons, because beautiful thing about Whisper on heroic and 0 hour on heroic is that you can use whatever you wanted to. It didn't matter. You didn't have any loadout restrictions. You know, it didn't matter what month of the year it was deciding, oh, what can you bring to 0 hour? What can you bring to Whisper? Just whatever you wanted. You know, that like, kind of loadout freedom I really liked. Curious if, actually, I should have waited for knocking down time. This is 20. I missed a shot at you. Oh, get away from me. Actually, I'm gonna like chill out for a second because I think I might have summoned 2 champions there. So chill out for a second. I'm not gonna send a rocket down that way because it might damage the boss, and that's like this is basically having an anti-barrier sniper. That's pretty damn nice and really easy to shoot. The bonus. I guess we'll hit him with the rocket now. I always found hip firing rockets is really fucking weird for me. Like, I don't know, I keep missing. I'll try to leave that one. Also, I don't like how they changed the rocket visual. I kind of like the old one, but that's fine. So far, pretty damn fast, not gonna lie. I think Gallahorn was faster, but then again, I can literally just shoot Gallahorn and clear out a room. So, not really a fair comparison, but I mean, for usability, it feels pretty damn nice. If I ever do Proving Grounds again, I'm bringing this along. For sure. Or I actually might use Forerunner, because I like Forerunner a lot. Get that Callus is going to be a bitch. I think I'm only like rank 9. And like the disparity from like rank 9 is like 2,500 points, and then like rank 16 is like 9,000 points. Really, I understand why they did that, but it's really annoying to really grind fast. Like 12 hours or something, you've got a max streak just going like so 53 runs. But yeah, I'll get it eventually. I know though Callus is like more of a fun thing, but I'll appreciate it. Just having an extra grenade and, you know, also just the fun factor. And generating corpse too. Very nice. one-shot body that. Audio balance is probably horrible. No, it is what it is. Last shot. I was like, go, throwing knife. I don't have it. I'll Go, throwing knife. Bounce. It bounced. That's gonna kill me. I'm dead regardless now. Alright, well, I'll go wrap that up. I'll try out the forerunner thing, but I'm gonna have to, like, use some brain power and figure out what the fuck I'm doing for now. I guess I will. You know what? You know what? I don't even know. Even with your edge though, like you can't keep it. I don't know if you can go. So far, have I gotten one or two? I think I only got one. Maybe two. No, it was one. Alright, so let's use some big. I know this is like the rarest thing in the game, apparently. No one, like, now. And I got a really damn good roll. Some might even say the best roll. I think, isn't Honed Edge better, but whatever. So here's my idea, right? Use this, because Disruption Break. Get Forerunner, because I just like using Forerunner. Aether's Embrace is still fine. Although I can't use, I have to be mindful when I'm proccing the perk. But anti-barrier auto. I have to upgrade this for Overload Sword. So I think I have enough material. I hope I have enough material. I haven't been running Nightfalls in a bit, yeah. Ooh, that's kind of bad. This one upgraded a bit? Nope. The dream dies here. I'm just joking. I'll just actually use some normal thing. I'll go back to using Nighthawk. That's fine. Iron Fellowship and Nighthawk. That doesn't look right. That looks right. What's the difference here? Less whatever, but more. Interesting. Yeah. So Overload Sword, Anti-Barrier Auto. The real kicker here is that I'm gonna give up this for Thermoclastic Strike. I'm not gonna be using Withering Heat really for. I have my own debuff with Disruption Break, right? And Withering Heat, even though it's a nice debuff, stunning the fucker first takes priority. You know what I mean? Oh, I can actually run both. No, wait, no, I cannot. That is 4. Damn. Thought I could run both. I mean, if I take that off, that's 7. Nah, I like having my max mobility. I'm really dumb. If you're one of those people that don't care about max mobility, then fine. Like, this will work out for you. But I do. Because I'm dumb. And that's actually pretty, like, passive guard probably be pretty good here, too. But I'm dumb. So yeah, we'll run Thermoclastic. Enhanced Sword Scav, so then I can pair it with Sidearm Scav. And I will run actually one of each, because I'm going to need sword ammo to stun those overloads. So that is definitely, I'm definitely going to need that. But yeah, we're going to see how this works. Probably not good at all, but, you know, I'm just here to test things. Passive guard definitely be better here, but I need a guaranteed way to stun those overloads, because God knows. Also, this does refund your super, actually, so it's like the reason why I don't want to use this with Aether's Embrace is because if you do proc weighted heavy knife, they will not stun an overload. It will become an unstoppable thing. So it's actually gonna, you kind of screw yourself over in that aspect. You can't just keep chaining your super knife. It kind of blows, but it is what it is. I don't know what's going on. I know it's like it's a special weapon, but it has enough ammo to use as a primary. Great thing is nothing in here is shielded anyway, including champions. I'm gonna kill everything to bring out the servitor first. I don't want to deal with the, you know what I mean? Like I don't want to try to deal with the overload champion. I want to make sure like it's just the overload champion I have to deal with. Don't have withering hidden. 10,000, not really good. Yeah. So I'm gonna stun him and then just kill everything else around him like you're supposed to. Sunrun Blast, another great mod from that season. That was it from that season or last season? Another just a great mod. Sunrun Blast is just a great mod because it helps you deal with shit like this. I could fire in full auto, but do that now. Let's see if you guys can catch up with this bitch. Oh, it actually did. Damn, Eager Edge is actually pretty good for not just sword skating, but for catching up with overloads. I have to save some ammo here, so yeah, we got definitely. More so on the sword. Definitely that sword. If I get my golden gun, I will definitely do it on the overload guy. I don't need to use golden gun on a. That overload actually is my way. What? I really thought. Not gonna dodge here, gonna get it back eventually. And I don't really need it right now because I'm not trying to put it overload. Nah, I do. I don't know about. Oh, I'm Nighthawk. I was like, I was literally trying to line up the third shot, like the 3 shots. It does have range fall off, so like those guys back there. I was trying to point it like, oh, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, they do, you know, what is that, 69 something, nice, whatever. Yeah, thermal strike's not a bad thing. You just gotta make sure. It's actually really good at blade barrage. I like using that with blade barrage a lot. You can just chain your knives and your dodges back forever. And if you have like something like bombardiers, you know. Although I am curious though, now I'm thinking about it, because that's like a theoretical build I was going to try. I'm curious though if there's a cooldown on bombardiers. Probably not. Not bad. Definitely conserve ammo here, but this gun's too fun to shoot. So, again, I'm completely fine with this being special because it justifies its damage. Like, a little Warframe history for you, if anyone plays Warframe, right? You know, the audience knows that. Super Brahma, right? Back when it was first introduced, it had self-damage, but that gun did so much damage, so much obscene amount of damage. Especially with Mirage. Like, Mirage with anything dumb, but like, Mirage with the Brahma, especially the original Brahma, so dumb. That I'm like, you know what? I am completely fine with self-damage existing because that gun makes it work. That gun is so overpowered that if I blow myself up, I am completely fine. And then they took away self-damage, like, oh shit, the Brahma got nerfed to the ground. It's still really good. It's still meta as fuck, but it's nowhere near its original power. Same thing with the Forerunner. I'm completely fine with it being a special weapon because it justifies the damage. Even in Crucible, it justifies the way it works. And I really hope it doesn't catch a nerf, at least in PvE. I don't know about Crucible. Definitely one of those things, right? This is a staple, like, you know how Izanagi doesn't leave my inventory? This is one of those things where Whisper doesn't leave my inventory as well. Like, it's one of those things that will not leave my inventory regardless of the season. Like, even if it's not a double sidearm, you know, next season, I will make it work somehow. Like, I'm making it work in this loft. I will make it work. And I like it a lot. We have a lot of sword ammo here. I don't want to just go up. Taking out my knife. I can't see shit. Fuck. Gonna need a. Yeah. I'll try to get up there. Okay, I flicked that way too hard. Oh no! Surely that would hit me. Oh, I noticed the interesting thing with this game, like, is it physics engine? But if you're above a catwalk or something, just if there's ammo above you, if you walk underneath it, you still pick it up. I learned that in the dungeon the other day. Like the sports cannon, even if it spawns on the top thing right there, you can just walk underneath and pick it up. So, interesting note for anyone doing that. There's 2 overloads here. I'm gonna nuke one of them. Hold on. I'm gonna nuke one of them with Nighthawk, and then the other one with probably. That could use Forerunner. Actually, I'll try the image. I literally say, oh, I have Nighthawk, and then I try to like act like I have 2 more shots lined up. That's funny. Actually, fuck this. Like, I can just do this. Okay, now. Move out the way. Alright. So, what's your deal, buddy? I'm actually trying to eat. I'm gonna see if I can eager edge him. I'm gonna try to get him. Because I want to see how reliable it is. Like on Captain Overload. On Overload Captain. If that's the case, I actually might consider running this like in title content as an alternative to running an Overload bow, even though they're extremely good. You never know. Okay, he kind of got close there. I don't know. Like every time I've done it, like they've kind of cornered themselves, so I don't want to play it right now. But yeah, this is a damn good roll. Vorpal weapon. Even though I got nerfed by 5%, still pretty damn solid. Alright. I'm not doing too hot on the Forerunner ammo, but it is what it is. Oh, we can try it right here. I'm gonna wait for it. Okay. We're 3 feet. I'm gonna die here, that's fine. This actually worked out a lot way better than I thought it would, because again, I have like reliable way with my knife for sure, and then I have a somewhat reliable, although it's proving pretty reliable now, way to stun them with my sword. So yeah, eager edge, man, that's pretty damn good. I like how all the Bungie weapons are actually like the 30th anniversary weapons are actually pretty damn, like, they're not just gimmicks, they feel really good. The battle rifle, all of them. I guess the not the wasteland. The Pardon Our Dust one might seem like one of those weird ones, but you can, and because you know it's kinetic and you have the ignition code, but what you can do, see like right there, you have to be careful. What you can do is you can run auto loading for blinding grenades or something, I think, or sorry, danger zone auto loading. Like I think it's a similar role to. Very similar perk to ignition code. It's like an alternative to ignition code if you don't have it, I guess. I don't know. Or maybe you didn't have season slicers, you can't focus on ignition code, or just like in the future. Season constantly is going away. So it's a nice alternative to ignition. Wait, I have a bet. Like, what the fuck am I doing? This is why I use Forerunner. This is why I deliberately picked Forerunner to do shit like that. Brain, man. Forerunner's like a sniper where all damage comes from the crits, so I try to, you know, like, so for instance, Shanks, you know, you want to just use it on Shank. But I guess I could, but not like on a higher health Shank. Grab the ammo. If you want to eager edge skate, you swipe your eager edge, and then you immediately switch to a different weapon, and that will keep your momentum. For some reason, when you have the sword out, it just stops your momentum. Okay, that's right. I again, I have this gun. I know it's limited ammo, but I have this gun. Thank you for hitting me across the map with that shot 100. Extreme accuracy. Precision or accuracy? I don't know. Got it. Let's go. You know the coolest thing about this Magnum too is that when I was reading the lore card, it was part because you know the breech light actually kind of reminded me of the CE Magnum because it had like that big like I don't even know what it's called, but the thing on the front of the barrel. And it's cool because apparently there was a stripped down breech light that was used to help repair it, which makes sense. Like, that's kind of cool. This breech light's my favorite sidearm. What am I gonna do with you? I guess forerunner shots. That's my only. There is ammo. But I guess I'll just use this times charm. Got a price here. Kind of wish I had an adept one with this exact rule. I don't. I have one like destruction break and killing the wind. I want an exact rule. Again, the only benefit of an adept in PvE, because the stat differences don't matter in PvE, let's be honest, is the for sure is the big ones mod, which basically just make sure you cover your major and your boss spec all together, and that's pretty much it. It just covers both bases. And that's pretty much it. Like there's no other reason for like you don't have to care. Like if you have a shitty rolled adept shadow price over a normal one, like and you're like, oh, which one should I delete? Just delete the shitty adept version. Like that's that. Don't need a microphone. That's nice. Question is, can I shoot through here with? Then we experience some damage drop off there. Like down here. There we go. All in the reflex. I have Nighthawk. I'm gonna hit him with it. Yeah, definitely. I can do that. It's fine. It's just another barrier to deal with, right? And I kind of want him to leave here so I can free with his ammo. Ooh, that was dumb. That was. I love aim. You gotta love sword aim. It is extremely strong in this game. Like I still remember doing like 180s with my slam on Crown Splitter. It is, yeah, the sword aim assist is really strong in this game. But I got a shit ton of forerunner ammo. Max ammo being precise. Nice. Such a satisfying shit. Oh hey. Oh hey. What the? Why are you up here? Hello? Oh, he put up his barrier. Should be in finisher range. I guess I'll go fuck myself. No! I have to go for it anyway. There's some fuck. I'm so surprised he just showed up right there. That's interesting. Can't wait to get the count started. Eager Edge! Oh no! I was trying to. That's the girl would have saved me there. I was trying to get that nightmare damage buff and just go to town. I think I did normally 7,000 to like 7,300 to his head or something. Quick check. 7,200. No, damn it! I'm trying to. I'm not gonna do this right now. Damage. Could you like leave so I can? I have like 12 seconds. Nope, wasn't worth it. Hopefully, yes, I have one life starting like now. So I'm just gonna kill this guy and get it out the way. Something else is spawning. I see the explosive Remember, just because you killed just because you beat the boss, kill the champions, if you die, that's a wipe. You gotta make sure you were scaring the fuck out of me. Because I know you killed me. Is there more forerunner ammo here? I kind of want to go in there and sword, but I don't have passive guard. I know they'll tear me apart. I keep telling myself that I have Nighthawk, and then I just keep forgetting. Fuck it, we're not dealing with you. We're just gonna do this. Not a bad run actually. Definitely fuck up some iron, but found out that Eager Edge, what do you call it? Disrupting Blade Sword's actually somewhat reliable. I still need to do more testing because I think in that case a lot of those captains were like cornered, so it was super easy. But yeah, not bad. Disruption Break's still the shit, but I think we'll continue that. Alright, I think that's gonna be it. I think my next little commentary shitty thing is gonna be on the new dungeon. Probably do it on Hunter first, because that's like the one I'm like I kind of feel the most proud on. Because like I did it completely blind, and all the strategies I did, like I thought up on my own. I know I know now it's overlapped with other people, but you know obviously someone's gonna think the same thing eventually, right? I'm not super unique, I get that, but I was like I kind of find myself proud. It's like, oh, I'm gonna use this and this. Also, you get 100,000 in this lost sector, pretty cool. But yeah, thanks for listening to me ramble for like about probably an hour and some change. Like, let me check. In OBS, it is exactly an hour and a half. Well, not exactly, but you know what I mean. Hour and 32 minutes. Only got what, one exotic from there? Oh hey, buddy. Are you keeping everyone safe that's spawning out here? Cool. Anyways, yeah, let's go to the vault real quick, or the thing. If you're wondering for like how to, you know, some dawning tips, definitely get the sparrow, or not the sparrow, the ship. This thing, it's from season 12. I'll show you the tab actually. You can buy this, I think from Eva Levante. And the other tab, when she has, you know, where she has all her crap, there's another tab where you can buy some crap. But yeah, if you want my advice, or first let me show you. You go to collections, I believe it's equipment, ships, season 12, season the hunt, and boom, right there. But yeah, my advice is just do dares, cause you know you kill a lot of shit. You're gonna get some dawning essence. You're gonna get whatchamacallit, dawning essence, dawning spirit from the ingredients you get. And I try to masterwork the oven as fast as possible. So the way to masterwork it, right, is it will actually tell you all the recipes you need. So I'd go out of my way to find every recipe that you need, make it so that now when you masterwork it, everything only costs 10 essence, and then from there, what I would do is find, like, for instance, I have a shit ton of Taken butter, right, and Old Taste, so I'd pour all my cookie things, like, I'll obviously go for the transfers for making cookies for everyone or doing whatever. But once you're at past that point, I'd focus like all your cookie making to like the things you have the most, turn it into that person, get the gift in return because you have a random chance to get that, and then go to Eva to focus it using Dawning Spirit to get whatever you want. Pick the perkier presents things. Oh, I did get Oathkeepers, that's too exotic. Pick perky presents, perkier presents, and the little reward. You know, like you can upgrade your little thing. Don't do the snowball stuff. Do that last. They're pretty good when they're fully upgraded, but obviously, you know, you want the loot, right? Glacial Chasm is actually pretty cool because even though it's a high impact and kind of suck right now, it can roll Reservoir Burst, and Subsistence, which is, you know, kind of cool because then you can always proc Reservoir Burst after that kill, the first kill. Or this roll that's actually probably better overall. Like the Subsistence one's good for just general play, but just overall, like it's better. Slide Shot, because then you can always slide, and I believe it reloads too, so you can slide. You can shoot your Reservoir Burst, slide, shoot your, so you always have the 25% buff. Kind of awkward, but you know it's pretty damn strong. Um, Cold Front really doesn't have anything cool. Like maybe like again, Perpetual Motion is pretty dope. You can get Surplus, although the building nerfs, I don't know. Rampage, like I guess Unrelenting maybe. Nothing really cool on that SMG. It used to have like better perks, but obviously they removed them. Avalanche, Adrenaline Junkie, Subsistence not bad. And then Zephyr, Cold Steel, because you can self-proc Focusing Lens, and you can also use it with your Stasis subclass too. So once Focusing Lens leaves, it still actually has a purpose. So that's pretty much it. And I hope this is insightful or something. What do we learn today? Galahorn's good, Whisper's good, and Xenophage is not good. But remember, Asterisk, these are all. I don't know what the exact damage buff for Solar Burn is. I used to, wasn't it 50% in Destiny 1 or some crap, but remember, this is all Solar Burn, so you have to keep that in mind. It's not going to hit as hard in normal activities. But for that in particular Lost Sector, I mean, hey, it worked out. What I'd recommend, like personally, is definitely Overload Bow, Anti-Barrier Auto, and then Galahorn, because you saw I could just clear rooms by just spamming the rockets. Um, and then a nice alternative, if you don't use Anti-Barrier Auto, is actually Arbalest, as we saw. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, definitely interesting. I do like doing these Lost Sectors just for like testing purposes, and it does, again, it helps you deal with champions and Nightfalls. Like I think a very cool skill, a skill you will learn doing these Lost Sectors is how to deal with champions by yourself. Because in a team it becomes significantly easier. Like for instance, when I play with my friends, Nightfalls are a breeze because again I personally know how to take care of champions on my own, and just having another person there with me obviously makes it better because you have extra firepower, and it's super, trust me, it's a lot better. Uh, so it's a very important skill because obviously champions will always be relevant unless they do some drastic changes to them, the system. So these definitely have a purpose too. It's also nice to farm exotics, even though common my ass. Again, just for the love of God, just tell us the exact percentage. But we know that they show it to like, oh, I don't think 30% is common. That's pretty rare to me. But yeah, all the gear I showed is pretty obtainable. I will say another thing is I do have Masterwork armor. This does make a difference because I can run Taking Charge and like a Scavenger perk. But if you want like a way to like get better gear, definitely start doing Nightfalls. Even lower tier Nightfalls like Hero and whatever, they have a chance to, because it's all about like that slow climb up, right? The goal is to get a piece of gear you like on Masterworker, right? So what you can do, I'm over here, is just slowly work your way up. That's the Grandmaster. You can start at Adept if you want, but again, Hero, matchmaking's on, you got a chance at Prisms, right? And if you have, if your team, you can do Legend, but again, keep getting those Prisms, and then, you can exchange it for Ascendant Shards. It's a pretty hefty exchange rate, but I'm saying you can matchwork your armor without doing Master or Legend stuff, so that's pretty cool. Got my voice is starting to get sore, and I've been talking for like an hour and a half, almost 2 hours straight. But yeah, I'm probably gonna save that little dungeon commentary thing for tomorrow. If I do it tonight, I'm probably gonna lose my voice. But yeah, thanks for watching. Hopefully the audio balance was good. Probably not. I'm not even sure when I upload this, but yeah.